Hello, everybody.
Good evening.
Hello, Mr. Marco.
Hello, Mr. Heather. Sorry,
we
Miss Heather.
Miss no, we
Sometimes, with all these bodies and stuff, some people get confused.
I know totally. And we like, color coordinated ourselves for your viewing pleasure. So
Well, we can also say that basically you're just at the other side of the room, but we do this kind of like separation of like the display. No, it's not true. We're not at the same place, but it could be.
we will be in like 2 weeks.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward.
Yeah, me too.
It's a beautiful place. I really like your choice. What you're aware with the choice of like having a body class at the castle of Casal Borgone in Italy.
Well, if you say it like that, I mean, yeah. Yeah. So I think a lot of people know about this, but if you don't, I'm going to be going to Italy. So we'll be in the same room as Marco in a couple weeks to be doing a 3-day access consciousness body class at the Castello di Casal Borgone in Italy, northern Italy. Beautiful, beautiful place. And the castle it is one of my favorite places in the whole wide world.
The castle is a generous contribution to change and to anything you ask. Even the things you don't are cognitive about what are you asking and your body is asking, the castle has a generosity of gifting to you. And sometimes I have to say, like it gets a little uncomfortable because that you start to see all the places you're not choosing it. They
Mm.
became extremely available to you and you're just like, oops. And well, in this case, I think will be way easier because the class is facilitated by you. So what is possible to create with bodies, to receive with bodies, to change with bodies in a class at the castle.
Oh, I love that question. Yeah. Well, yeah. Not a lot of words. But as you were talking, I'm aware of the castle is it is this like magnanimous entity. It has an incredible generosity to it. And it facilitates, as soon as you walk in the door, as soon as you even start to engage with it or choose to go there, it starts facilitating you into like the level of, for me, it's been like a level of greatness and presence and silence and like intensity of all of that I love and I am not always willing to be. And when I went to the castle for the first time, I was like, oh, like I felt like I could just rest in the like intense silence. It's like the silence is so loud in a way.
I
you know?
actually remember you because I saw you when you were just like walking in through the restaurant door,
Mm,
and there was this melting in your world,
mm,
which was very beautiful to perceive and receive, because there was this communion with the molecules, which is one of the invitations that the castle actually has present there always for us.
yeah.
And the silence you talk about is actually also like one of the elements of the 3-day body class,
Hmm.
where there is this silence where the receiving is became way more available. And it's not me, it's Mr. Colgary say that 3 days body class is where miracles can occur.
Yeah. Truly. Truly. I've had so many miracles show up in my life and in my body from the body classes in Access. And really, like, I mean, from stuff changing in my body that was just, I wasn't able to change previously. And to me, that's like, those are miracles. And those are also like just the beginning of what's possible. you know, because the body processes themselves are these also magnanimous facilitators, and our bodies are these magnanimous like organisms of consciousness, you know. And when you really say yes to your body and you say yes to those energies, you are willing to like slip into that space, you know. And with this class, like with the castle, like all of it, you know, um, there's such a there's such a there's a way that it's like you can, it's almost like the whole thing just sort of like takes your hand and leads you, you know. I would say our bodies really like they take our hand and they lead us to what they know is possible, not just with embodiment and our experiences with our bodies, but the big picture of embodiment, which to me really is about how we create and how we live in the world.
Wow, that you just, I think, put the word of a very beautiful energy that we not always kind of include and consider, especially in body classes, because oftentimes, I talk for also personal experience, I went to classes thinking that I'm going to be sitting there, being facilitated, I will receive something, and I will walk away with new tools. But then actually a class, and especially a body class, like your awareness of being a place of creation, and being a place of receiving, and being a place of allowing your body actually to bring you, to carry you in new places, in new possibilities. It's a gift of magnitude. And when you're in a castle, like Casalborgone Castle, that I guess get slightly amplified. So the invitation is
Slightly,
amplified, just
slightly.
slightly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the things is also, I would say, the beauty is that there is this allowance of actually have you receiving what you choosing to receive. Nobody dies in body classes. 3-day body class is not 3 corpse. It's like bodies as like living bodies. Let's say that, you know, it doesn't have to be like so serious or so like solemn or all this. Like, no, it's a lot of, sometimes there is a lot of laugh, a lot of joy, and anything that comes up.
Yeah, play and like the delight of our bodies, you know. And I like the castle to me is so much of that. It's like the my body really gets to come alive in a totally different way when I'm there. And it, you know, it's not just about like when I'm like it. Every time I go, that occurs, and then I get to take it with me, you know. So it's not about I have to be there for that, but this sense of like what I really actually would like to have, what I really actually can choose, what my body's like, yeah, this, like, come on, bitch. Let's go, you know? And I'm always like, okay, you got it, you know? And it's amazing. Like, one of the things I love about the castle is my body is always so happy when I'm there. Like, so, and it actually shows me levels of what's available with it when I'm there that I, again, like, get to take with me. And it gets, so my body becomes greater, even just from being there. I haven't actually done a body class at the castle. I haven't taken one or facilitated one yet. And so it's this space of like, where my body's like, yeah, you know, this is thrival. This is the greatness. This is Nicholas's body is asking to go to the castle now. Come, Nick,
Well,
that would be amazing.
still places. Yeah,
Yeah,
still places available. Incredible to say. It's only 2 weeks and there are still a few places available. So
yeah.
it's
And
that's also where here inviting.
totally. Yeah. And you know, it's so cool because it, you know, we call this the generosity of bodies, and it's like, our bodies are, and this is one of the things I love to play with, is our bodies have this way of, like, they know how to create. Our bodies are what is of physical reality. Like, our beings are not of physical reality. Like, we don't, you know, our beings don't require anything physical. They just are, right? But our bodies do. And given that our bodies are of physical reality, not that's not all that they are, but they have this really innate sense of knowing, of like, and it's hard to even cognitize this, but it's like our bodies know a lot about creation and physical reality. They know a lot about the creation of money. They know how to create, airline tickets and business class seats, and like, in this way that, again, it's not a tangible cognitizable thing, but it's like,
Not linear either.
what's that?
Not linear also.
Not at all. Not at all. But when you're like, I'm choosing this, your body's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's really when the magic can show up, because it's like the creation is your choice, and your ask for something is the creation, and then you follow through with whatever you need to do, or go or talk to whoever you need to talk to, whatever, and including your body in that, with how it, like, the actualization of things. And I mean, so this body class starts on January 1st. The night before, there is a New Year's masquerade ball on the 31st of December.
In a castle.
And
A real ball, a real masquerade ball with like a dinner, which is something fantastic. So
yeah,
it's a 4 day celebration.
totally, totally.
Not
Yeah.
1 night, 4 days celebration
Yeah,
straight.
4 days. Yeah, exactly. The masquerade ball is the kickoff, right? Um, and, um, and that's, so December 31st. So, whatever that is, too little, less than 2 weeks away. That's, like, if you would like to choose it, that's actually plenty of time to get to Italy from anywhere in the world, and there's a lot of magic and a lot of miracles available with that. If any of you, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'd love to come, and they don't think that they can. And it's like, well, what if you actually chose it and you were like, body, if you would like to be there, I would like to be there. Let's go. And then start seeing what are the actions to take to actually have it show up. Um, and
I can also say that there is a lot more ease with flights, accommodation, place to stay, and how to reach the castle. That sometimes we're kind of like, well, but where we go and where? No, 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 no. There are still possibility open around it.
yeah,
Like we manage to actually keep doors open and possibility open. So there is an ease that Heather, I, and all the team is being willing to create to really kind of like invite to more, invite to celebrate, invite to a different possibility. And also thank you so much for what you say about when you choose it is when it get created and your body contribute to that. Like my body just like relax to it.
yeah, yeah.
And there is exactly tomorrow a free call about this and other incredible awareness you have about this, which I'm super curious because I will be the one with the hands up, like, hey, can you speak about this? Hey, and it would be like, can we just like kick out Marco for a moment? I'm trying to enable him to
Just put it in my head. That's how I do that. Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow I'm going to have a free call. It's called What If Your Body is the Opposite of What It Appears to Be? And it's kind of like an X-Men and bodies conversation, which is a lot of what I bring to, well, I would say all of my classes, but the body classes, really, I love playing with this idea that we are the evolution of the species, as humanoids, X-Men, seekers of the world, whatever you want to call yourself. And there's a way that there's just something so different that's available, and the body processes actually facilitate us into that. Like, there's a real way that the processes undo where we've made ourselves at the effect of this reality, and so that we can have what's true for us, basically. And so we're going to play with that and more
Just
tomorrow.
say anything like, we're just gonna play with that.
Yeah.
Like if that was not a spoiler, like an invitation and a teaser at the same time, I don't know what it was.
Yeah, just that.
So if you're not already online booking the tickets for the castle and the class and your airplane, you can just like choose to go on the link and you find in the comments here and show up in the call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because after the free call, I don't know what you're not going to choose. Something is changing your world and in your body probably too. And that is still 2 weeks away. So really.
Yeah. So the body call tomorrow is it's heathernichols.com/body call. Really easy. It's being translated into 12 languages. We have actually almost 1,000 people registered so far. Really excited about that. And then for the castle, all the castle information is heathernichols.com/castle body. Who doesn't want a castle body, you know? And you can also reach out to Marco. He's really knowledgeable about places to stay around the castle. He has a lot of connections, and all those types of logistics in terms of getting there and things like that. So he is really happy to contribute to you in that as well. So
Absolutely. It's gonna probably be easier than you imagine or expect or so. There are like still a lot of possibility open. We choose to have them open exactly to invite it to more. And also, well, Heather, thank you because even just in a live talking about all this and having a free call, like showing up, choosing to come at the castle and invite us to this, there is a generosity in that really invite to a dimension of generosity of spirit in receiving that. Well, I wonder what's going to start in the new year with this.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much. Thank you for you, Marco. It's just such a pleasure to create with you.
Thank you. Likewise. And I don't know what's going to be because starting the year in that way, seriously, like it's setting up for a different future and a different possibility.
Completely.
Did I say that out loud? Okay. Maybe I'm falling also a bit, but
I'm in. I'm coming.
I'm in the wild. I'm totally into it. Just like when you told me at the beginning, I was like, seriously, like you're doing a body class at the beginning of the year at the castle? Wow. Wow. What a gift. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks everybody for being here. And we'll see you tomorrow and perhaps in a couple weeks at the castle.
What do you take?
Bye for now.